Head Harvester Bill Arman here from the West Coast.
Head Harvester Ed LaFleur on the East Coast.
We're at the Florida Landscape Show. Man, there's people everywhere. There's plants. There's all sorts of great things.
Yep.
And you know what? We have some great tips for you today on leadership. So we're going to focus on you leaders. Maybe you're a manager, you want to become a leader, but these are some of the qualities and activities that we believe are important to be a great leader. So Ed, you got a couple you want to share with us?
Yeah, I wanted to share some of the points that we shared some seminars on leadership right at the show here, and we're going to review some. Well, one is the leaders know their why. Huh?
Why?
Why? Because if they know their why,
and
all the people in the company is going to know their why.
Get in alignment?
Why, that's right.
Ah.
They know why they're coming to work every day, and they know where they're going. And if the folks out there, you want to know more about your why, you have to watch Simon Sinek's TED Talk or buy his book on why. It's a fantastic book.
Start with why, he
Start
says,
with
right?
Yeah.
What else do leaders do?
You have to know your why. The other thing is they have to have a plan. Leaders plan.
Right here, put it up here.
Oh, no, well, it starts here.
Oh,
but
starts
then
there.
they have to have a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Usually with their management team, and if you're a small company, that's okay. Just get together with a few people, or if you're a larger organization, bring your managers in, and then get together and create a plan, usually within 1 to 3 years out, okay?
Yeah.
Not more than 3 years, that's too far. So leaders plan.
You bet. Okay, so they surround themselves with the right people,
Yeah.
right? And if you think you're the smartest person in the group, you aren't surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
So hire smart people and that are really good at things that you're not so good at. So surround yourself with the right people. I think even the side of that is the people that aren't the right people in the organization probably need to be working for another organization, okay? So you surround yourself with the right people and have the people that aren't the right people move on to somewhere else.
I would say another is leaders hold themselves and their people accountable.
Yeah.
I see that as one of the biggest problems with many companies. The leaders, the owners, they don't hold themselves accountable.
Right.
They do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And then they know that their managers and people in the company, they need to be talked to, but they don't because they don't hold them accountable. And that really messes the company up if they don't.
Boy, it doesn't, especially themselves. If they're holding other people accountable, they're not holding themselves accountable, not so good. Bad example, right? They practice and demonstrate the big three. The big three: integrity, humility, and generosity. So they're honest, they have high standards, they use them all the time, don't have many exceptions, that there's no exception to their integrity, right?
Yeah.
They're humble, a sense of humor and a sense of humus. They're of the earth and they can take a good look at themselves and laugh. You need to be confident and competent, but not cocky and arrogant. It just doesn't work.
Right.
A great leader is humble. A great leader is generous. Now I say generous, not necessarily money, maybe money too, but their time. That's gone when you use it. So where do they spend their time? They use it generously in the right areas. Helping people be successful would be one example of that. They make good use of their time. Like if they look at their schedules for the next 2 weeks, where do you spend your time? Should be 50, 60% of your time with a customer or an employee, helping people be successful. You're a support a person to be successful. Guess what? Because their success is your success. So you pursue it as such, right? So there's a couple right there.
Another would be they're good communicators. They're able to communicate effectively, verbally, and of course when they're writing. So that's really important as well. I've always noticed that great leaders are great communicators.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're intentional learners, so they're learning all the time. They're tuning up, so don't just be stagnant in learning. Leaders are readers, good books, audio or writing.
One book a month.
One book a month would be a good target for that, for
That's
sure,
what we do. That's
right?
what we do. Yep.
So intentional learners. They're always learning how to get better. It's always pick something, learn how to get better. That might be shadowing somebody else, might be learning from a peer group, might be learning from the Vistage group, etc. So they're intentional about their learning for themselves and for others.
Yep. Another would be, they're decisive. Now that doesn't mean they make rational decisions. They'll because that might
That could be
some
spontaneous
are,
and
some
get a little
are.
crazy, yeah.
But better to take in all the information, seek counsel,
Hmm.
maybe think about it.
Yeah,
Sometimes you have to sleep on
you
it,
bet.
but then make a decision. Now, sometimes the decision is not to make a decision. You may want to wait a week or more, but then make a decision.
You bet.
Leaders are decisive.
You
without
bet. This is a really important one. They're relationship builders, and it's really best built upon trust. You gotta be likable, but you get trustworthy is more important, right? And building relationships, strong, mutually beneficial relationships, man, that trumps almost every other skill that we look at. Building trusting relationships.
Totally.
They drive change and innovation. We talk one of our 5 lessons: adapt, change, innovate, or get the heck out of the way because people are going to move right by you. So they create a sense of urgency for change and innovation, but not chaos. Don't cause chaos, but have some lieutenants and other people champions help the change movement, have change agents within the organization, but they encourage change and they help drive and facilitate. They don't necessarily do it all, but they encourage and support change and innovation.
Right, for sure. And lastly, and like the most important, they execute. They make sure they get things done. So that's really the responsibility of the leader. If he doesn't do that, all the planning and all the other work that you're going through just doesn't happen. So they have to make sure they get it done, and that usually they can get it done by having by holding people accountable and by making sure they touch base with everyone. So that's a whole methodology to get executing, but they make sure they execute and get things done.
Yeah, and we're going to offer you a leaders quiz using the acronym LEADERS. So just check down below, download that and check it out and score yourself as a leader. Maybe more importantly, have your people that report to you give you a score of what they think of you as a leader. How's that?
Perfect.
All right, head harvester Bill Horn from the West Coast.
Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast.
Now go out there and harvest your potential.